What's up, fellow clashers? It's Apollyon here, and unfortunately I'm bringing you the end of our recent war against iluminatis team from Argentina, a level 9 clan, and nobody likes a little red in the war log. It is a little bit of red, but nonetheless it is some. I think that's 18 straight streak beaten. We were supposed to have an arranged war versus Green Goats, and we ended up matching these guys, and it was kind of like a farm war. I don't know how you could consider it. We brought our Q game, like Z game. I don't know. Whatever. It was worse than A, B, C, D, E, F. Like, it was a really bad war for us. I don't know if we didn't take it seriously enough, or I have no idea. But you know, they gave it their best shot too. They beat us in percentage. It came down to the wire, and they also beat us in stars. But we had a chance to at least tie with them. We just didn't. We just failed across the board. It's a team effort. Nobody really shined. I don't want to take away anybody. Our Town Hall 8s did a fantastic job. We just need a lot of work with the Town Hall 9s, everybody included. So anyway, let's just go ahead and take a look at their stuff. We'll give them credit for number one beating us, and give them props and a shout out to them. A clan level 9 from Argentina. Their bases were really nothing too special. That being said, I mean, we didn't get a perfect war, so a lot of them were farming bases, a couple anti-3 bases. We really should have just, we should have been done much better. So they did not perfect us. They left 7 stars on the board. Our number 1, number 2, number 5, 6, 8, and I think even a couple of Town Hall 8s, maybe 1, 2. Yeah, so that just goes to show you, I mean, there's no way we should lose a war when they have 2 Town Hall 8s that weren't 3-starred with all their attacks. That's just crazy. And on our side, we 3-starred their, excuse me, we 3-starred their number 1 and 2, just didn't get a lot of other ones. We left a lot of 2-stars on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that was a Town Hall 9, their lowest Town Hall 9. And then all their Town Hall 8s were 3-starred. And in fact, I think one of our 2-stars, was our Town Hall 8 hitting up. So, got a good job to Irish. I mean, getting those 2 stars for us. But still, no excuse. We should have got a perfect war this war. There was absolutely no reason why. I did a video before I put this one out. You should check it out on failed attempts. I went through each of these bases that we failed against, and they were nothing really special, nothing really great. Just a lot of them were internet bases. It's just there's no excuse for why we didn't, except for bad execution, bad planning. And I don't know what else. So, I mean, nobody's perfect, so it's what it is. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ones we did. And we'll go ahead and do those attacks, the ones we've got the 3 stars. So Gatsby gets a 6-star war here, hitting all the way up from number 9, which is very nice. Not low-level heroes, but I mean mid-level heroes, 17, 18. So not like you don't need level 30 heroes to beat this. This is a completely maxed Town Hall 9 base, anti-3, with almost maxed walls. When I say max Town Hall 9, I mean on defense-wise. So, it's not a simple base, except maybe, is those mortars? I'll have to check if I think the mortars are high level. So he's going to do an Archer Queen charge here, bring some wall breakers to get in here, and he's going to do a GoHo. He needs to just go ahead and take out all these double giant bomb spots. I think this between the air defense and the Expo is a double giant bomb spot. So he's just eliminated 1, which is huge when you're sending in the hogs. Actually, it's not a GoHo. It's just a holo, which he's sent his loons in reverse holo. He sent them in already. I'm a little late. Sorry about that. But he sent the loons in already to just eliminate some more of the pathing and really get his hogs where he wants. And this is one of the first attacks I've ever seen in Town Hall 9 where they bring hogs in the clan castle. Usually you see that in Town Hall 8. or you can get those max hogs, but he actually brings them in the clan castle on this because he really didn't need them for anything else. He rages the queen because he needs to start pushing through this base. He's clearing a lot of good stuff. He's going to run into the archer queen here as well. Level 27 archer queen, so almost max. He takes her out with absolutely no problem. Then starts deploying these hogs in a counterclockwise measure. Has 2 heals left over, so heals that first to push him through the splash damage and towards that expo. And like I said, I think the double giant bomb spots were all taken, so I don't even think he has any more to trip, which was a huge thing in this particular war, or I mean this particular attack. So they do hit a single there, and I think they'll hit a single right down the line for that last heal. And yeah, they're making their way down there. That queen's still doing damage. Send some wizards to start taking out those storages. They trip, those hogs trip that last single giant bomb, and these hogs are ready to go. They got the poison on the king. They will exact revenge on him, knock him out, and then they're going to go ahead and move to cleaning up like the rest of the troops. So the queen is going to do her thing and start banging through walls as soon as this is done. That clan castle is taken care of. And she's going to bang through this wall and then make it to help with that cleanup. Just a very, very nice attack. And I'm not even sure he used his king at all except towards the end for cleanup. So, again, I mean, you can take a max Town Hall 9 and, you can do it with, lower royals and get the job done, even without both of them. So Lang's going to go in on number 2 using a GoVaLo, which is funny because I say I never see GoVaLos at Town Hall 9, but now I'm seeing them all over. I think there's another one we're going to show too. So sends a shattered entry in here. And this is one of those attacks where towards the end, I had to rethink if this was going to be a 3-star, because if you would have told me this was a 3-star, I would have argued against it. I didn't see how he was going to get the 3-star, but that's fine. Entrance is good. 10 Valks bringing in here, so a heavy push, rages them up. I like, sending the queen somewhere else, as I'll show you in my attacks. With that lava hound there, you just don't want to pop it. I mean, those Valkyries, kings, and golems will charge through this base, and that lava hound will do absolutely nothing against them. The Valkyries are doing work, kind of tanking for that queen as she's taking out some defenses, and the kill squad's making it through. That king and Valkyries has made it through the entire base there with that quad quake. But the problem is we are completely out of spells right now. So he's got to make the rest of what he's got here work without any spells. The loons on the back end, that's great. There is still one air defense up, and that queen is gone the wrong way completely to help those loons out. So, or the existing loons. So he still has 6 in the bag, but he can't deploy them because they're going to run into the range of that air defense. So he's got to wait for this queen to bang through the walls and get through the other trash buildings up top and then make her way all the way down here. So that's what I'm saying. He does deploy 2 loons, which I don't agree with. It's not going to get any value whatsoever. That king was tanking kind of, but look, as soon as they get into the air defense, boom, they're done. They're toast. They did absolutely nothing. So should have held on to those loons for a little bit longer. Now that queen is finally done, and I'm just thinking, how are you going to get 3 stars from here? I mean, you got no tank, nothing. I don't think there's a golem there at all. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 point defenses, 5 point defenses, splash damage. Uses the queen ability and gets that last archer, the 80, taken out with 1 hit. So fantastic. This is what it's about. That queen is being a hero boss, tanking, gets that. All the point defenses between the loons and the queen, and has to deal with this splash damage, which normally is bad, but fortunately there's only 2 loons that are taking splash damage, and they only have to deal with this 1 whiz tower. Boom, goes down the hit, and now we're in cleanup mode. Nothing left. There is some barbarians doing the work down there, and oops, let's 4 times this. And those loons, fortunately there's no bombs that are being triggered here, so they're all done too. I had to look at it a couple times to make sure it was going to be a 3-star. I thought I looked at it wrong, but 3 stars are 3 stars, so very nice attack. And that's another reason why I don't like GoVaLo as much at Town Hall 9. There's just so many more defenses than at Town Hall 8. 2 more black seeking mines, the upgrade to the air bombs, You know, an extra air defense that can be, you know, max air defenses just chew through loons like crazy. So let's go ahead into number 4. And I think there's another GoVaLo. Yeah, yes it is. But this time he gets all the air defenses quicker, so we don't have that that suspense at the end of whether it's going to go or not. So very nice start of the funneling by those minions. Look up top there. You can start, you know, look how much value he's going to get out of them. Well, he's going to get some value out of them. Not tons, but he's going to get a good amount of value out of them. You know, start that funneling process while these wizards do. He's going to send in Shattered, I think, entrance. So far it's just cold-blooded. I don't know if that other, I think there's another golem in that clan castle. Wall breakers go in very nicely. No wall breaker fail. There we go. There's our Shattered entry. Max sends that one, like, I guess, kind of, I don't know, Valkyrie, just Leroy Jenkins it up there. Just send all your Valkyries together and let them be one happy team. Triggers Giant Bomb. That Lava Hound is going to go down pretty soon. Brings a heal, 2 heals and a rage. One of the heal goes down for that core, that kill squad, and gets those Valkyries and the King healed back up again. They're going to push through pretty good. Quad Quake, sorry, it was a Quad Quake to go in. Then rages those Valkyries up and the Golems and everything and start taking out those air defenses. 2 are down already, and they're making their way down towards the bottom. Queen's doing the thing, King's doing his thing. Starts, he hasn't even used his ability. There we go. Knock out that enemy King, and will make his way down to that other air defense, and there we go. Very nice deployment of his loons up top. Those air defenses are down up top, so he can go ahead and send them in there. They take out that first archer tower, that second archer tower, and that golem is tanking for the wizard tower up top. And that last air defense goes down so he can send in the other ones. And the Tesla's doing some serious work on those loons. And there's 3 to go through, now just 2. And they'll barely make it there in time. That one last loon is going to take out that cannon. No problem at all. All of his royals except for the queen is down. She is on life support, but life support is all you need for cleanup. That last cannon up top is going to be no problem for loons. They cannot get hit by them, so that poor Golemite is going to tank for no reason. And yeah, we're just in cleanup mode right now. So very, very nice attack. Just a little bit over 3 minutes. So very nicely done and well thought out. So good 3-star attack there. All right, so number 9. If you want to see all the rest of those videos, check out the failed attack video. And we're going to go with Mini Matino here, going GoHo. And he's going to use that archer trick. So he gets the easy lure of that Lava Hound, starts sending the archers down on that left-hand side, you know, at 9 o'clock, and then he'll throw a healer down there to go ahead and start healing them up. Very, very nice. And the Lava Hound is completely out of the picture for the rest of the raid. So again, another good way of dealing with that Lava Hound without having to pop it and deal with the lava pups. So he's starting the funneling, simple stuff here. Just a Shattered entry with 2 golems, wall breakers. They go in just fine. No wall breaker errors. Queen is sent in, and King will be sent in right after. And we're going to go heavy on the hogs here. No Valkyries this time. Uses a jump to kind of push these things through. Rage up the kill squad, which does 3 wizards, and Queen will do some serious damage. I don't know if I like to personally use 3 heals instead of the rage. That kill squad to me is not going to do as much as it could possibly do as those extra, you know, heal for the hogs, but that's just fine unless you're trying to trip the giant bomb, which he does up top. So you know, ignore what I just said. If you can get those double giant bomb tripped, then that's definitely worth a heal instead, or a rage instead of a heal. He's used all his heals right now. He is completely out of them, but the kill squad is tanking a lot of the damage for those hogs, and they're going to go ahead and make their way through. Drops a nice poison on the King to slow him down from beating down those hogs, and they just they have to push through the Expo and that Archer Tower, and they're going to end up right next to the King, so that's very nice. That's going to work out good for them, especially when that Queen gets involved with it and starts using her ability and shoots down that King. Drops another poison just, again, to help those hogs out. Very few number of hogs left. but it looks like it was enough to get this cleanup. So Queen is up, pretty much full health without her ability, shooting through walls, and those hogs, I think he's got 3 or 4 hogs left that are cleaning up. That Lava Hound is almost popped, but guess what? It doesn't. So that was completely worthless clan castle. So very nicely done. Nice attack. We get those 3 stars, man. Number 10, a GoVaLo. So JLC, I think this is one of the last attacks of the war. He's using a GoVaLo here, and he's using a shattered entry with 6 Valkyries and 2 golems, 1 from his clan castle. So let's start this raid. So sends the 2 golems in there, standard stuff, wizards to go ahead and funnel, and has his king and queen, mid-level king queen, uses a quad quake. And that quad quake, he doesn't need any wall breakers because it's going to catch just that corner of the first compartment to make everything reroute. So very, very nice quad quake. He's just not going to get tons of real estate with this, kill squad, because that only opened up about half the base, maybe even a little less. That Lava Hound will go ahead and open up. Not open up, it will go ahead and come out and start getting attacked by the queen and wizards. He does have a jump to connect the rest of the base. So that's very, very nice. And those Valkyries will go ahead and start making their way through some of the rest of the defenses. Not sure if he heals them up at all. That Lava Hound has burst, and you got the pups to deal with. And the fact that the enemy queen is down, and that clan castle is down, which doesn't really matter. But he can start his hog raid up top, especially since some of those defenses are being tanked by the kill squad, but not a lot of them. King is still up. Nobody has their ability left. Queen is still shooting through things, kind of being a little bit ninja style and hitting buildings while the hogs are tanking this time, and has still 1 more heal left to push through the rest of this base. Down at that bottom corner is a high influx of point defenses, so he's going to be very patient and hold his heal until they get down to here, and then he'll go ahead and heal this up with the Tesla. 2 cannons and 1 archer tower. Very nice, being very patient with that heal and helping them push through, especially with hitting that giant bomb and making sure they're getting healed back up. So at this point, the base is completely crushed, and got tons of hogs to clean up, but it's a good thing because there's a lot of trash buildings and a lot of high hit point storage units that need to be cleaned up. So great attack and very nice, especially at the end of the war. I love to see that. That was pretty exciting. All right, number 12. We're going to watch Gatsby get a 6-star war, a GoHo with an Archer Queen walk, an AQ walk, and he. This is just fun. It was a funny attack because I'm watching it live and I'm yelling at the screen and telling him to use his poison at the end, which you'll see. But he does a split entrance here. So he's got the queen walking up at the 9 o'clock position and walking up there and doing her thing, and then he's using a shattered entry on the right hand side to get in towards that enemy queen and take her out. So very, very nicely done. These wizards are going to go in there, spot the queen, and help that king and knock her out. Right now she is down, and that Lava Hound is going to be a little bit bothersome because the wizards are going to go ahead and take that Lava Hound out, and there's not too much to deal with that. So Queen is, I think, is she banging through? No, she's not banging through walls. She's just going to go ahead and keep walking around the edge. Fortunately, I think it worked out good for him that that actually all those defenses killed that those wizards, so they didn't pop. Unfortunately, he sent his hogs in a little late because he wanted that Lava Hound to chase those hogs around. He does have 3 more heals, well, 2 more heals. He brought 3 heals and 1 rage. So he has those. He's just used his last 2 rages, 2 heals, which are going to cover the rest of the base. And these hogs are going to completely crush his base. But unfortunately, that queen has popped the hound, and she does not have her ability, and she's going to get taken out. So this is really cool because I'm yelling to use the poison now to at least stop those healers from uses a rage to heal up those hogs. These are going to be hero healers. They're on life support right now. Almost nothing left. That 1 healer, and he finally uses that poison. Those pups are on the hog riders, but that healer is healing them up just as fast as the lava pups are hitting them. So it's working out just great. I'll just say that this is exactly what Gatsby planned. This was his plan all along, to have that last healer go ahead and heal him to the rest of the base. And he told me he didn't see that last poison in his because it's not, he had to scroll over and he didn't realize he had it. And I'm yelling, use the poison, use the poison, use the poison. And he still has one extra. And especially when these hogs get on any of these large storage units, he can drop it right there as they're focused down. They would have wiped those pups out in just a couple of seconds. And that healer finally goes down from the pups. And I think he sees the poison right about now, there we go, that he actually did have it. So exactly what I was saying, there they go, the pups are dying, dead. Now this is completely crushed base, and there's no problem whatsoever. So he gets the 3 stars, but I was really worried there for a second when I saw all those few lava pups up and nobody using any poison. So that archer is doing her work. I would actually like to see, look at this. I think she would have cleared it out by herself. And she's probably like, look, guys, I had this thing. I got this. And they just come in and take all the credit with their hammer. And that's how it goes. So, all right, 2 more attacks, and they are my attacks. So no, actually I lied. Look at that. Okay, so no, we got Matty J going in at GoWeWeHo. So very nice attack. Love to watch the GoWeWeHo. And he's using, I think, I don't know if he uses Shattered or Stoned here. I don't know if he just brings 4 of his own witches and then uses Clan Castle witches, or if he brings the stone entrance. But he does use a quad quake, that much I know. 2 heals and rage in there. So 1, 2, buckle my shoe, and it looks like it's, I think it's going to be a stone, but... the wizards are funneling in there. He does have some wall breakers. Sends 2 test wall breakers to open that thing up. And they do the deal. There we go. There's the stone entrance. Golems in the clan castle being used, and drops those witches very wisely right afterwards. Need to take care of those mortars. There goes 1 down. And hopefully that wizard jumps over there. And there we go. He's starting to focus down. And boom, that mortar goes down just in time so it doesn't hit those witches. Unfortunately, one of those witch and wizards are going to start walking around, and they are going to definitely get taken out because they're not going to hit, except when you drop those hogs in there. So they're going to go ahead and take out those defenses for the witches and wizards. So very, very nicely done. The enemy queen is down. The friendly queen still hasn't even used her ability, has another heal after this, with all these hogs going through and just doing a counterclockwise, basically mass drop, because I don't think, do we take out the double giant bomb? I didn't really see it. So uses that last heal there to push through this, and I think there might be a giant bomb here. I'm not sure. Definitely a clump of bombs, but I guess no giant bomb there. So they're pushing through the point defenses, the archer tower, the Teslas, and that queen uses her ability. This base is completely cooked. Has one golem that still hasn't broken. Has golemites running around, and we have 1 witch, 2 witch. 3 witch. So 3 of his 4 witches lived through, which is really good. That's what you want to see. Those Larrys are going crazy trying to bust through that last. They don't know which wall to bust through. So those hogs will just jump them and just kind of smile at them and wave their hammers. And those witches are doing their thing, and the hogs stealing the glory again. We got this, man. We got this. So very, very nice attack. All right, number 16, Apollyon going in on their number 16. And I guess I was told that this is a form of the general. I'm used to the general looking a little differently. Those are air defenses put down where the wizard towers are and stuff like that. Close to max defense Town Hall 9. Not quite. The expos are not. The wizard towers are not. But the archer towers are. The cannons are. The mortars are. So a lot of the point defenses is, I sent the LaLoon up there to make sure my golems were, which is going to be a stone entrance, the golem didn't start walking to that mortar, and just take out 1 for 1, perfectly done. And drop the queen in there to start helping out. Use a quad quake to get into this core. I want to make sure I take out that queen. I'm not going to get too much value out of that quad quake. It does open about 40% of the base. Drop a barbarian in there to spawn those Teslas and trigger that clan castle. Now I can go ahead and deal with it. Don't really have too much of a problem dealing with this lava hound now because I don't have a rage, so I know that queen's going to stick around there, and those wizards are going to go ahead and help me out as well. I got a lot of wizards that are doing their thing. The enemy queen goes down, so I can start sending in my hogs. There's no reason not to, and while all these point defenses are being tanked by my kill squad, I'll go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and let's keep sending these hogs in. Still haven't used the heal yet, and have plenty of hogs to go ahead and send in. I know where the double giant bombs are, not because it was scouted, but just because they use an internet base. This is a fresh hit. My only problem is I should have sent the hogs in now at 3 o'clock a lot earlier than that, because I'm going to make some serious bacon. I should have taken out that expo earlier so they wouldn't go and path over to that archer tower and expo, but you know what? It is what it is. It's done. And I got my hero hogs here. They're just gonna go juke and jive all around these spring traps. I do have another heal which I'll hold on to. Full golem. You know, they're gonna be able to tank for some of these point defenses. So there we go. Skip 1 spring trap and take out that archer tower. Juke another right here. Another spring trap. I don't know how I did it. I guess I trained my hogs really well. I think that's the only thing I can say. So they know what they're doing. And they just go ahead and start pounding. Queen is up, has her ability, so I think it would have been a 3-star anyway. You know, even if those hogs did go to the springs or whatever, I probably would have made it through with my golems tanking and my queen still having her ability. Have some minions up top, have some wizards helping out, and they're going to get this job done. So 3-star attack. And my last one, I wasn't going to show, you know what, I'm just going to show it real quick. I was going to do when your attack goes wrong. I'm bringing in a GoVaLo. Some of you guys have asked for, you know, GoVaLo on lower level, and, you know, I'm not a very high level royals, 12, 10. And this is, I think, a cleanup attack, definitely. So I still don't know where the second double giant bomb set is, but I need to get these things funneled in, and I don't make the funnel. Also, this stupid wall breaker. I should have never sent the wall breakers in on that side where the wizard tower was. It is, again, almost another max defense as far as wizard. These times they max their wizard towers, and those will go ahead and chew through wall breakers. So unfortunately I dropped my Valkyries. I thought they were going to go ahead and hit the wall to bust in with the king, but that last storage unit was just about down, and I dropped them a little too early, and they start running around. So improvisation, use the king ability and drop some hogs up top while those Valkyries are tanking. They're great tankers, you know, they do great. So these hogs are going completely unchecked while the Valkyries are tanking for them. Go ahead and trip that one giant bomb of a double giant bomb set, but no need to heal it. Only one hog was harmed in the filming of this. And then trip the other one, heal them up while these other hogs get in here. Now check this out though. I have not even deployed my archer queen. Not a mistake. I know you're thinking, man, you make that mistake all the time. You forget to send your clan castle in or use your king's ability, drop your queen. No, this was actually by design. I did not, I specifically only brought a handful of wizards to get in to clean that, to do the funneling and pretty much die. I mean, yeah, I sent my wizards into suicide, but I didn't really want them to, you know, start hitting that lava hound. And, you know, they did make their way around the base. If you look at a couple of them up here, they're, you know, doing fine, and they're not anywhere near that lava hound. They're going to start doing the cleanup already. And I didn't want the queen to get in here. I've got my kill squad, you know, basically my Valkyries and my king and everything else, and my golems, they're all in the middle here tanking that lava hound, which is doing 14 damage per second, which is absolutely nothing. And my hogs are going to get, could potentially get aggro too, and they're only going to get tickled by this lava hound. So very soon, I'm going to send my archer queen on the bottom to start doing the cleanup on the 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock area. As soon as those hogs make it down and start tanking a little bit, and I do use my last heal there, and all the hogs are making their way through there. Now I can drop the queen as they're making their way through, and I only have to worry about that mortar, which is no big deal. And she'll start, taking out some of these defenses along with the hog. And if anything happened, or I tripped the giant bomb or something like that, she would be right there to help those hogs out. So everybody is doing cleanup. That hound up top is doing absolutely nothing to my golems. So it is 100% out of the picture. Have plenty of hogs to go ahead. They take out the king, they take out the town hall, and they're going to go ahead and jump in here. Have 2 poisons that I didn't even have to deal with at all. Swag the poisons. That lava hound is max health, so absolutely worthless in this war for that that defending base. You can deal with the clan castle many different ways, the lava hound, and that's just one of them. It doesn't take your archer queen out of the picture. It just changes it a little bit, because if you think about it, that archer queen, as soon as she gets aggro on that lava hound, she is a sitting duck for defenses. She also is just doing absolutely no damage to the base itself except to that lava hound. And she's going to go ahead and turn a 14 DPS unit into, I think it's 320 DPS per second. As soon as it pops, those lava pups, I think, do 32 damage per second each, and there's 10 of them. So, 14 damage per second into 320 damage per second across multiple units, because they're spread out and everything like that. So very, 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 there's a tough equation to deal with. So, whatever it is, if you're going to use rages, you can take care of those lava pups a little quicker. Whatever it boils down to, queen walk you can do as well if you have a little bit of a higher queen. But I was going to show an instructional. Maybe I will still use that video as how to deal with the lava hound in the clan castle multiple ways. But, take it for what it is. Anyway, again, I don't want to make it seem like, that wasn't a tough war, that Illuminati's team didn't do anything right. They brought their game. They used a lot of decent attacks. They used some go wipe, but very, very few. Used a lot of GoHo, things like that, pretty decent attacks. They just struggle with our Town Hall H, which I don't know. I don't know what to say. But good job to them, and not so good job to WHF Rising. We learned from this. We're going to go ahead and take away that we need to take these things a little seriously and plan a little bit better, especially on those top, Town Hall 9s, even the mid ones, whatever. We can't take anything lightly. Every attack counts, and we just didn't realize that. So anyway, hopefully you're able to take these compositions. Hopefully you're able to take the deployments and go ahead and practice them, adjust them to how you're comfortable with, and get those 6-star clan wars and practice those 3-star attacks.